don't know. I don't know who did it, but I know I have posted on boards through other people. You know, that's one of the first things I've always taught women to do. Any woman I'm working with around that asks me a question about defense, carrying a gun for a woman in most places is a no-go unless you're a Texan or something. But even then, you should know about other defensive tactics because they can always make that illegal. But oven cleaner is ruthless stuff. It is ruthless. A small hammer, a decent-sized hammer, a decent-sized screwdriver, but my favorite of all times is oven cleaner. Every country has one. Yeah, there's an industrial oven cleaner in Iran that's made in Germany. I want to say it's made by BASF or something, but they're all made the same place, all made the same. They all work the same, and they're all ruthless. If you're ever worried about the efficiency, if you're ever worried about some new environmentally friendly kind, that's the only kind you can get, do the cement test. It'll give you an idea of how effective it is. But you get that on someone's face, and it has happened. It's happened in Europe, and they didn't publish it widely because they were terrified. It ate the guy's face right off. It's happened a few times in Europe. In fact, I believe they have done something to tell women not to be buying so much of it, or something. They did something in one of the countries. I would have to do my homework, but word got out. I've heard it through the back channels that it has been used a handful of times over the past few years in Europe, and has become common for women to carry this stuff. One thing you can always do is you can put it in the back of your moped. You can put a small can here or there. You can put it in a small bag of groceries with some organic canned carrots and peas. Yes, us indigenous white rabbits of Europe like our peas and carrots organic. Sure, you can. There's no rule against going to the grocery store and putting it in a bag with a receipt with some cans of vegetables as a defense tactic in your car. You believe me, it is more ruthless than a gun. Way more. Horace would rather be shot. Now, I've been shot at. Horace would rather be shot than get hit with oven cleaner, because that is ruthless stuff. And you can also always clean stuff. You can clean stuff with it, but be careful. Be careful if you start cleaning a lot of cement with it. But that is it. And a lot of places in Europe you have, and even in Anglosphere, you got the small cans of Easy Off. A few of those around the house, and a few of those in the purse. And maybe you're one of those lady Aryan girl rabbits that carries that huge purse. You know, some of you are out there. Get yourself a nice big can of oven cleaner. You never know. With a tape a receipt on, just say I bought it to clean some cement with out in front of my house or something. And if they don't believe you, show them how it works on cement. But that is ruthless stuff. And a lot of people are very afraid in Western civilization, and even anywhere, by the way. The whole world has become dangerous. But I always tell women everywhere, what's a great weapon for a woman to use, because a lot of women now all over the world are, even in East Asia, aren't getting married at a young age. They're living alone. I always just tell them, find your local oven cleaner, and for a few dollars a can, you can store one here, store one there, store one everywhere. And up until a few years ago, most people didn't even know that. That is the greatest offensive weapon I've ever seen, and it has been used in Europe. Yeah, word got out, and I have told several Northern European women about it, but someone used it. A handful have used it, and it did its job. It killed one of the guys, I believe, but it made small news. But they kept it under lid. They don't want women to know about that. Women walking around with little cans of oven cleaner in Northern Europe, zapping rapists and stuff, or hey, you look like a terrorist. But all you young girls in college and whatnot, or you have a sister in college, or someone coming home from work late, there's nothing illegal about oven cleaner, but you don't want to get hit with that. You're worried about carrying a gun and it's illegal? Don't worry about that. Get yourself some oven cleaner. There is also some industrial glass cleaners that are also ruthless. I just can't think of any names. I'm horrible with names. I used to know oven cleaners in a handful of different countries, and they come to me at a variety of different times. There was one in Iran called Ronk or something like that. In Iran, it's made in Germany, but it's all the same stuff. But there is an industrial oven cleaner that's industrial glass cleaner that's a non-ammonia based that is ruthless as well, but I cannot think of the name of it. Some of the ammonia based cleaners are okay, but oven cleaner is something available in every third world country, and the third world variety are nice and fumey and just violent. Oh, they're violent stuff, but you have the privilege to defend yourself by any means necessary. One of the reasons they couldn't really do anything with the females in Europe is, one, they didn't want it to get out. They're trying to stoke fear in the population. All hope is lost type of thing. Two, what do? What do you do if a rapist attacks a woman and she pulls out her can of oven cleaner and rips his face off? And it will melt your face off. You're not coming back from an oven cleaner shot in the face. A nice Fumi Easy off to the face and you're done. You're toast. You might as well forget about your getting anything. You're done. But what do you do about that? You can't really put them on trial. You look like an idiot. A male they could. A male they'd bring out. You know, that's what they try to do. But females can get away with all kinds of stuff in this society, and that's what's wonderful about it. Most of them think they're Angelina Jolie too, and you are. Sure you are. You're an Aryan Girl Rabbit. You can call it that green goddess, that Godzilla, go to work for you. A can of oven spray is Godzilla, believe me. But that's something that all Aryan Girl Rabbits, I always tell them when asked about what is a good defensive tactic. Because they say, Horace, you don't carry a gun. I don't need to carry a gun most of the time. But it's irrelevant if you know how to defend yourself. You can build things in your local Walmart. You can go to your local Walmart and walk to the local, walk in the local public bathroom and build things bigger than any gun. Sure you can. Guns are highly overrated. I grew up in an area where I saw Africans shoot up everything but what they were looking at. Machine guns are only good really for small tactical assault teams and defending a fixed position, and none of which I've seen Africans that good at. I've seen them shoot everything but what they were shooting at. I mean, how many times have people seen the news in somewhere like, especially America, and you see all these innocent people get shot up? Well, I've seen it firsthand. You know, I've been in cars that get lit up accidentally. It just happens in some of these areas, but a lot of guns are overrated. You need to know how to use it, and a smart white woman, and of course, if you're allowed to, by all means have yourself a shotgun, or do by any means necessary, get yourself one of those pink 9mm or something, but you can always have a can of oven cleaner in every country I've ever been in or ever operated in, so on and so forth. In Russia, they got some ruthless industrial, and let me tell you, the third world countries, Russia, they got those evil industrial solvent types. But even something like as simple as Easy Off, you have no idea how ruthless it is. But don't sit in fear. Always think in terms of offense. If you have an offensive strategy, you can break fear. It doesn't matter if it's something to say to police, if it's the right thing to say when confronted with a question. You should always have an offensive tactic. You should never let yourself become a victim, because you're not a victim. You'll never be a victim. White rabbits cannot be victims because we have power, and you need to understand that and learn to exercise it in whatever way you can under the law. You know, right now you want to exercise power, you want to get up and beat someone to death. Well, you can't do that under the law, but there are other tactics you can use to totally humiliate people verbally, totally legally, and that's what we're about. That's our job. That's what we're here to do for you. And with demoralization over, demoralization is no more. It's obsolete. It's time for us to go to work for you, and that's what we're doing. That's what this is about. But by all means, when in doubt, get yourself a can of oven cleaner and give it to your female girl. And if you're in one of those countries where you got those little cans, get those little cans out and put them everywhere, because she won't have to worry about any rapist. She won't have to worry about being attacked. At least she will have an offensive tactic. Small hammers, small screwdrivers, I've seen any of that stuff can work, but nothing, I've never seen anything do the job like a good old-fashioned oven cleaner, because it's basically an industrial solvent / cleaner, and you know, if it can clean semen, imagine what it can do for a face. But it can also is a great, you know, oven-proof cookware. Some of that oven-proof cookware with a lot of hard stains on it, you can use that, but you just got to watch it on your hands, watch it in your eyes. If you use it in the bathroom on a tub, you don't want to get any plastic curtains. It'll melt them down. Just be careful with it. But by all means, it is the most inexpensive defensive tactic, defensive weapon I've ever seen available in every country, and it is the ultimate in offense. One of those in your big Louis Vuitton purse, and you're in business. Even if I was with a lady friend in, let's say, London, I'd put one of those in her bag just in case I get jumped by 10 who knows what, 10 terrorists. You know, a can of Easy Off, I can make them run. Yes, I can. Even outnumbered, that's okay. But even if your attacker has a weapon, you don't understand how ruthless it is. I would much rather have Easy Off in my hand than a gun in most searches in close quarters, because you can spray that thing over a crowd of faces a lot faster than you can spray a handgun, believe it or not. It's ruthless stuff. But that's the end of the 4th episode. And the first 4 were critical because it's going to set the stage for everything. It's going to get you the basics, and everything from here is going to be some entertainment, some fact.